What up, everybody? Welcome to the Mad Church Disease channel and podcast. Your humble host and servant, Marcellus McMillan. Hey, everybody, welcome in tonight. If you guys would be so kind as to please hit the like button on your way in. I don't know if I even asked you guys to do that or if I set it up to ask you guys to hit the like button, but if you would be so kind as to hit the like button, if you're watching the replay of this, please hit the like button as well. Tonight is going to be somewhat of a laid back night. I have no agenda. I've just got a whole bunch of things on my mind and on my heart. I'm not going to keep you guys for 2 hours. I promise you. I'm definitely going to try to get out of here within about an hour's time. And of course, we're going to be dealing with, pop culture meets the Black church and all of the drama that's, of course, inside of the church, as well as, the hot topics and all the stuff that's been going on. So I'm just going to talk about it. And we're just going to have our conversation about it. And so you guys make sure that you hit the like button, and you guys make sure that you enjoy the program on tonight. Okay, so there's not going to really be too much of me having to switch screens and do all that stuff. We're just going to talk. So that's pretty much what we're going to be doing on tonight. Now, let me go ahead and get some fundamentals out of here. If you are new to my channel and you're new here, if you would be so kind as to, first of all, hit the like button. And if you want to keep up on all things Mad Church Disease, please make sure that you subscribe to our newsletter. Make sure that you do that. Let me just go around. Let me search around on the internet here just for a second. I want to see something. Y'all make sure y'all hit the subscribe button if you don't mind. All right. So y'all make sure y'all do that. I would appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. Also, please make sure if you are a subscriber to the channel and you are a supporter of the channel, Thursdays is our flagship night. I don't really go live too much live anymore during the week. So Thursday is my primary day for going live. So if you are looking to support the platform, looking to support the program, and you want to do so, Thursday nights, of course, is going to be the best night for you to do that. I'm not going to put a number on it. I'm just going to say do your very best to help me with the platform and the program. You can do that. The Cash App information and all that information is on the screen for you. And you can get all of the details and all of the good information as it relates to that. That is on your screen. All right. All right. I want to send some shout outs to some people who have already supported our program today. Miss T, thank you so very much. Vanessa, thank you so much. Darlene, thank you so much. Rosalind, thank you. Of course, I Am Human First. Thank you so very much for your support as well to our program. Some of these, there's a couple of people that I guess you guys had I make sure. And I'm doing my very best to keep all the videos coming. So you guys, thank y'all so very much for it. If you can, please make sure. Now, it's not mandatory that you support our program. We just give you that option. For those of you that love the platform and that want to support the platform, you have every ability to do that. All right. So let me get on over here inside of this here chat. Let me acknowledge the folks that are here because this is our night to spend with each other. So that's what I want to do. What's up, Jesus? Good for you being here with us on tonight. Uncle Fred is with us here on tonight. Good to see you here, Fred Samuel. Beauty for Ashes, good to see you back in the place to be. Yay, yay. Thank you so much. Blessed and highly favored, I believe that is you. Gerald, what's up, Gerald? Good to have you here with me as well. Gerald, thank you so much. Gerald is a long-time supporter, long-time watcher. Thank you so much, Gerald, for being here. Patsy is one of our wonderful moderators as well as a long-time supporter. Shout out to Patsy Squire. Thank you so very much. Now, I said Patsy Squire. She must be talking about me. Patsy Brown. I know somebody named Patsy Squire. That's why it was so funny. That's interesting. I don't even know how that came out. Tara, good to have you with me on today as well. I know you said you're still in the membership, but it's so fun to me how your membership icon and button is just gone. I don't even know how that happened. But Daryl Moore is with us on tonight as well. Everybody, shout out to Daryl Moore. I know Daryl Moore is still at work. He should be leaving work here not too long. So shout out to him. Breezy, good to have you with us as well. Breezy B214, thank you. Dr. K. You know what, Dr. K, I be feeling so bad sometime that I don't, because Dr. K, if this is the same individual, Dr. K, I believe it's Dr. K, write some really long responses to some to some of the videos. Listen, Dr. K, you got to understand something. I have so many comments that sometimes, like when I get a really long comment, I will read it, but I don't respond sometimes in the best manner that I feel like I should and could respond. So just understand, Dr. K, I am reading your responses. I may just not be responding as thoroughly as I probably should. Okay, but and I'm gonna tell y'all this: the shorter your comments, the better responses you'll get from me, because typically I can respond a lot faster, because Dr. K is definitely one person that leaves me a lot of good things to think about in her responses, and I appreciate that. Margaret, good to have you with me on tonight. Walking in Love, you as well. Good to have all of you guys here. Alicia, good to have you here. Yeah, and I appreciate you doing that. Because sometimes it's hard for me to respond in the most thorough manner that I would like to respond, because when you start doing YouTube the way I do YouTube, it gets really tough. I think last month, like not even last month, we literally have had over 1,000 something comments that I had to respond to, and I was like, oh my God. And that's why a lot of content creators just give up on the comment section. They just be like, I ain't responding. But y'all notice I will go in there and try to respond to all of you guys' comments. So if you are watching and you want to leave me a respectful comment, I am of course going to do my very best to respond. Understand something. Respect is what's necessary, because in order for me to respond to you, you're gonna have to leave a respectful comment. Don't leave me no mess, because 9 times out of 10 I'm just gonna block and delete you. So just be respectful. That's all I ask, and I definitely will do that. All right, MS Ward, thank you for coming in here as well. As well as Christine Parks, who happens to be a member as well as a moderator, longtime supporter of the platform. Thank you so much, Christine. All right, everybody. I am, like I said, I'm taking my time tonight, and we're just going to have a conversation. Now, of course, you guys have seen, I have put out a lot of videos on the platform. I've done about 5 or 6 videos, almost a video every single day of the week, for you guys to watch on the platform. And so I appreciate you guys watching those and supporting the platform. Just understand something, guys. You guys are going to want to need to hit the like button, as well as subscribe to the channel, as well as hit your bell notification so that you can be notified anytime that we upload videos and that we go live. Now, if you are a member of this channel, you get early access a lot of times. If I have enough time to, to make the video and upload and have it all ready to go, all of the members get access to the video. Sometimes they get 24 hours, sometimes even 48 hours access to the videos before they actually hit the public. So you may want to consider becoming a member of the channel. That's how we sustain the channel here. And so you might want to consider doing that. That way you get access to all of that stuff. Now, here's something too. Shout out Mary as well. Listen, here's another thing I've been doing. I've been over there on TikTok hanging out with Mary, trying to learn how to use TikTok. TikTok, you don't stop. Now, the other night, sorry about this, I think it was yesterday, Mary, I clicked in on Mary's live, and she was battling, because they have like battles and things that they do, and I couldn't stay because I was already tired and had already been working. And I was like, okay, I don't think I'm gonna be very good use to Mary on today, but I got out of there. But I'm learning how to use TikTok a little bit better. TikTok is a whole beast on its own, y'all. It is a whole beast on its own. But anyway, shout out to Mary and the TikTok crew over there, and all my folks that's been joining me. Now, here's something I'm thinking about doing. and I'm probably going to do this for the members only. I'm going to be going and doing a lot more private lives at night, when I just want to talk. Because the other night I was laying in bed and I was like, you know what? I want to talk to the people. And I was like, okay, I wanted to go live, but I didn't go live. And I said, okay, nobody's going to know I'm on, but I'm going to start going live at night, you all, just periodically. You might mess around and see me in my pajamas sitting in my bed talking to y'all, because that's exactly what's going to happen. Because there's so many things that we do need to talk about. Shout out Moni No Love. I didn't see Moni was in here. Good for seeing you. I did hear that something was supposed to take place tomorrow. Mary is probably the best person to answer this question. I think they were supposed to sell it or sell a portion of it or something by the 19th, I believe it was, which is the 19th. Tomorrow is the day of the change or switch or something. At least that's what I heard. I'm not really well versed on that, Dr. K. I have no idea. By the way, you guys, I did try to set up my Threads account today as well. So I'm going to be on Threads here in a minute, as well as Blue Sky. So I'm going to be adding those platforms as well. So there's going to be all sorts of things coming over here. Also, I just got a whole lot of stuff coming, y'all. It's going to be amazing. Yeah, I can't wait to talk to you guys about what's coming. All right, what else do I need to tell y'all? Because I'm sort of going through my little announcements here. But yeah, I'm going to be probably going live at night. I may not always be on camera, but at least you'll be able to hear my voice and we can talk. I'm going to straight make those members only. That stuff will be straight up members only. Anytime I'm in the kitchen, moving around the house, all that stuff is going to be members only. All those eating videos and all that stuff that I was doing before, a lot of that stuff is going to be in the members only section. So make sure that you renew your membership. Make sure if you don't have a membership that you grab yourself one and support the channel as well. All right. So I appreciate every single one of you guys. And I'll get to talking about some of this other stuff in a minute. Oh, Lord. And it's just, well, I ain't even going to get into that. I guarantee you the only way that this came to be was the fact that whoever the CEO is of Oracle is probably a contributor to the current administration. And I guarantee you this is like a situation that they created this so that those individuals could get rich and have ownership of those types of platforms. Now, let me share this with you all. Let me share this with you. No, I don't want to go there yet. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there yet. So you guys know over the last couple of weeks and really within the last week or two, we've had a lot of situations, of course, with David E. Taylor. If you guys are familiar, David E. Taylor was the founder of JMMI. Him and his Michelle Brannon, his right-hand executive, they actually were indicted and arrested in North Carolina. She was arrested, I believe, over there in Michigan somewhere. And, they were indicted. Now, y'all know I had done a video where I was talking to you guys about this housing allowance. We're going to do part 2 of the housing allowance live on Sunday. So I am going to go live on Sunday. So y'all make sure that you guys come over and support the platform on Sunday. I normally don't go live on Sundays, but I want to do part 2 of the housing allowance stuff. So let's do that. Okay. Well, I'm just going to say this, Mary. We just pretty much have a dictator in chief at this particular point. And if we as the people don't rise up, when they make these moves and the things that they're trying to do that go beyond the republic and the democracy, then we're really going to be a creek. So people better start really paying attention and getting civically involved with what's going on. But we'll talk about that some more here in a minute. But you guys know David E. Taylor was that guy that got arrested. I'm going to be keeping you guys up to date on that. Now, did you guys happen to see the young lady and the witchcraft rebuke of the praise and worship leader, Mahogany, who got rebuked and sat down in front of everybody? Y'all saw that? Well, I did a video, I think it was yesterday or the day before, where I was talking about that. That whole thing was witchcraft on display. Because witchcraft, let me tell y'all something, it seeks to manipulate, control, and it is a whole manipulation and controlling type situation. And I've seen that, so often in church, and we've normalized that kind of behavior so much in church that we don't even know it's a witchcraft kind of situation. But I hear those people done shut down their Facebook pages, they done shut down their social media stuff. And yeah, they done shut down stuff. And I heard Mahogany went over there to Dr. Scrotum Sniffer and did an interview with him. And I didn't have a chance to go watch it, but you guys are welcome to tell me some updated information in the chat. Let me be honest with you all. I don't watch those folks. I don't watch them. I know I probably should because they're in this sort of niche that I'm in, but I don't watch these people. I don't watch them. I don't go over there trying to pretend like I like folks that I know I don't care for. And so I don't do that. That's one thing I just don't do. Not at all. Yeah. And they're already sharing all of our data. That's why all of these big corporations, Facebook and all of them, they done got together and started doing that. They've been doing that. You know what I'm doing? What's up, Sharon? Thank you so very much. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. But they've been sharing our data. So we've had a lot of stories hit over the last couple of days. Now, I also talked to you guys this past week about Perry Stone. If you missed my Perry Stone video, Perry Stone actually referred to vloggers as pythons. And I found that to be amazing. He actually referred to us as pythons, and he used a text of scripture where he talked about the fact of the woman, that the young lady, the Bible says, that was possessed by a spirit of divination, and she went around following the men of God, and she had been using her powers to tell people the future, etc. Well, Perry Stone actually used that text of scripture. I believe that's in Ephesians. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. It may be in Luke. Might be in Luke. I might have had a brain moment there. But he actually used that text of scripture to sort of prove his point, to try and say that Christian vloggers, we were pythons. Yeah, he actually said that. And I don't know whether you guys know it or not, but Christian vloggers are under attack. And I see a lot of these so-called preachers and pastors trying to manipulate Christian vloggers. Y'all listen to me very carefully. I had, how do I say this? I had been invited to sit on a panel, possibly sit on a panel with some other Christian vloggers, happening next month. Supposed to happen at the end sometime of next month. And at first I was going to go and sit with these vloggers, and I was going to sit with them to just, sort of give my commentary, because I felt like, I know me, I'm going to be able to give an honest, authentic, was it in Acts 16? Okay. Commentary. Because see, here's the thing, you all, for those of you that have followed me over the years, and those of you who know me, one thing you are going to get from me and this platform and the Church Folk Revolution, what you always got from us was authenticity. You didn't have to worry about, the commentary that we gave you being skewed because we had hooked up with some sort of preacher or pastor or Christian leader. We were authentically ourselves, and we were able to give you authentic commentary. I just think a lot of people who are doing commentary and doing it in a way that doesn't lend for an authentic response to what's going on. One of the ways that you're able to speak truth to power and you're able to speak and deal with faith and culture is that you have to be able to tell the truth. Tell the truth. And that's important to me. When you come over here and you're able to listen to this platform, it's important for me so that for me to know that when I give you my commentary, that TD Jakes isn't behind the scenes manipulating my commentary. You understand what I'm saying? Or no preacher is manipulating my commentary. Now, mind you, I have sources and I have people who come to me and they bring me information and stuff. And I try and be respectful. I'm trying to move differently in the world today because I want people to be able to come and give me information without the fear of thinking that I'm going to reveal them as a source, because I never reveal my sources. I've just not, for the years that I've done this work, I've never revealed my sources, right? So I want you to feel like, you're getting authenticity from me. I don't want it to be fake and a fraud kind of commentary. And I also don't want you all to feel like I've fallen in love with pimp preachers, because I have not. Because we have a problem in America, and we have a problem with the way things are being told to us in this country, even amongst Black Christians. Let me go ahead and say this. So today, I just so happened to be watching a video of Tiffany Montgomery video that she posted, I think, on one of her Facebook stories or whatever. And the people was hopping up and they were waving these, prayer shawls around and all this kind of stuff. And the first thing that came to my mind is cult. A lot of stuff that's going on in a lot of these churches, it is very cultish and cult-like behavior. And people are naming these ministries and naming all of this stuff, talking about you're covered by God. When I feel like a lot of this stuff is cultish, is not an authentic move of God. I think a lot of it is just it's people trying to cajole and get people to think about things the way that they want to, and it's really, really weird to me. And one of the reasons why I pulled back from, being all spreading myself super thin all over this internet and getting up on everybody's platform. One of the reasons why I did that is because I feel like it hinders my ability to come to you and give you my honest commentary without feeling like, because I'm friends with certain individuals or I respect certain individuals, I don't want to say certain things because it might, hurt my ability to go on that platform or those people's platform, et cetera, et cetera. Listen to me. I've been doing this a long, long time. If you're comfortable and you understand and you watch the platform and you watch my programs, you will understand I come in peace and I don't mean anybody any harm. Now, y'all been following me long enough to know if somebody wants this work, they can get it. I don't run from fights. But I don't necessarily try and start them either, right? Because that's not who I am. But Perry Stone and a lot of these preachers are attacking Christian vloggers. I don't want any Christian vlogger to be getting sued and have to fight in court because they said something. I think a lot of us need to understand that we need to change the way that we work. Y'all feel what I'm saying? I don't think that we need to be coming out here and just pounding, and all your commentary doesn't need to be about a specific individual. And it is very easy to see, ladies and gentlemen, the types of vloggers who are going after certain individuals, and they instead of them actually talking about trending topics or having a niche that they're focused on, they focus in on other vloggers. Because here's the thing. A lot of these people, they have nothing else better to do than to talk about and bring down somebody else. That's easy to do. It's hard to come here and sit down sometimes and talk to you guys and really give an honest opinion, because you're throwing yourself out there before the world and the people can judge what you're saying. And people are watching and they are paying attention. because a lot of this stuff that vloggers are doing just doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense. And I don't want to be one of those vloggers. I want to be the kind of person who, when you come over here and you watch my platform and you watch the work that I'm putting in here, I want you to understand that it is my commentary, that is me talking to you, and you don't have to worry about the fact that it's being manipulated by somebody else behind the scenes. To me, that's really important. Welcome to the Mad Church Disease Channel, a channel dedicated to our forgotten brothers and sisters throughout the ages. Want to stay connected to me and the Mad Church Disease community? Well, then join our email community newsletter. Stay in the know with all the updates and fresh content that is created for this channel. It's time you join the private community for the revolutionary family, where we can talk and laugh all in a space that's safe with a no judgment zone. Connect with other members and build lasting friendships. The doors are now open. Want to stay connected and be notified each time I go live? Subscribe to the text community and be notified each time that we go live. Simply add your details for instant updates on all our lives. Are you a budding YouTuber or business professional who would like my thoughts on all things business related? Book a free 15-minute consultation where I can help with social media, YouTube, web design, and so much more. Book your consultation now and build your future. Get away from the rat race and build your business. All right, everybody, shout out to all of you. Please make sure that you hit the like button if you have not done so. If you are looking to get a consultation, I had a consultation or have some consultations this past week, and those went really well. By the way, I'll be following up with you guys this week. And if you are looking to start a YouTube channel, I know it's already in the month of September, October, coming up, and some of you guys want to start your channel. You're not sure how to start it. I have an entire system that I need to put a patent on it or something like that I can pretty much walk you through methodically starting a channel and starting the foundation right so that you can see progressive growth on your channel. I don't need to doubt whether or not my system works because I've proven it over and over and over again. Like I have helped so many content creators start a channel and actually run one that grows on a consistent basis. So if you want to book a consultation, there'll be a link in the description of this video. The moderators can of course put that in the description for you as well, and you can actually do that. Now, one other thing too, I'm going to be actually scheduling a YouTube class. It's going to be my one and only class that I'm going to do for the year of 2025. Normally these classes run about $300 for those classes. I only do maybe one or two a year because you typically spend a number of hours with me for this particular class, and because I have a whole system and I sort of walk you through starting the channel, etc. If you are interested in that class, you want to sign up for our email newsletter. That information will be in the description below, because I'm going to schedule one class. I will only be doing one class this year. Okay, one class, and you'll have two barriers of entry. You can either just get the recording of the class, or you can also have what's called a what I call my YouTube coaching program. So you can do the class and the coaching program. The coaching program lasts for one whole year, just so you know, by the way. And so I walk you through your YouTube channel and your YouTube journey. You have access to me and a private community that no one else has. So, you'll be able to reach me pretty much 24/7, et cetera, et cetera. All right. And so, yeah, but I'm only going to do this once a year. And I know there are a lot of people out there that say that I only do this class once a year. And I'm going to do it coming up in a couple of weeks here. I'll give you guys all the information. I'll give you all the information for that. So y'all just, keep your eyes and ears out looking for that. All right. Now, yesterday we also had, I don't know whether or not you want to call it an exciting situation. Joel Tudman. I'm a goofball. Joel Tudman decided that he's going to stay in Florida and he is going to start his new ministry over there in Florida. Now, who didn't see that coming? Y'all didn't see that coming? I think Ray Charles saw that coming. Stevie Wonder saw that coming. Who didn't see that? Blind Melagello saw that coming. I Want My Daddy's Records. Everybody saw that coming, right? But he definitely decided. Now, let's talk. Let's talk. Why do y'all think that his wife is the founding pastor of this church? Just throwing that out there. Why y'all think it's his wife who is listed as the founding pastor? Why y'all think that is? Why y'all think that is? Listen here. It's more like the Game of Thrones. Why y'all think the wife is the founding pastor? Y'all gonna make me say it? Come on now. Where y'all at in the chat? Why do y'all think she is the founding pastor of this church? Why y'all think so? Anybody? Somebody? Why y'all think this is the case? I think that might be right, Lex to protect them from a lawsuit. Yes. Yeah. It could have been. I'm not saying that it is. Well, the relationship, of course, has been severed. Now, I do believe that there might have been some things inside of the previous contract that would have prevented Dr. Joel Tudman from being the founding pastor. And and I think Kathy may be on to something. There may have been a non-compete clause. There could have been something in there that also stated that they could not start a church within a certain mile radius of the church that he was supposed to be taking over, etc., etc. Okay. I found that to be interesting, ladies and gentlemen. I really, truly did. I found that to be very, very interesting. Because when she actually showed up and said, "Oh, she's Pastor Latasha," and I went, "Pastor Latasha? Pastor Latasha?" That's kind of my first reaction. I was like, "Wow, I didn't know that she was supposed to even be pastoring or whatever." And then, so at the end of his little thing, and if you hadn't seen it yet, I got a whole video. It's about 6 minutes on the channel, but I also did a YouTube short for it as well. Listen here, you all. Church folks are something else. The church shade is something else. Did y'all see how he came? Okay, Marcella, stop laughing. Did y'all see how he came in that little commercial that they made and sat down next to her and slid down next to her in that chair and said, "Oh, I want to be your first volunteer"? Oh, honey, that's so nice. I was over here laughing my head off. I want to let y'all know. If you're unfamiliar with church shade, that was a shady situation. That was a shady situation right there. He slid right on in that chair, smiling just as big. Oh, because she the founding pastor. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, if Henry Fernandez sues her or him, Henry is going to look like a fool in the public. And Henry is going to look really bad for going after this woman and going after Joel Tudman. I think it's not a good move for Henry to do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's a good move. And I just found that to be funny. Kathy talking about it was corny. Whatever, Kathy. It was hilarious, Kathy. You know that was funny. He slid down in that chair and she said, "Oh, honey," or something. She said, I was busting up over here. I was busted up. Andrea said, "I loved it." Listen here, Andrea, I loved it too, but it was funny. It was funny. Church people, we are hilarious. We are just funny. I mean, that was funny as all get out. It was funny, and listen here, don't get me wrong. I think he should have started that church. Y'all remember what I said yesterday. When that man said, okay, and the situation dissolved the way that it dissolved, Joel should have been looking for a place. And I'm quite sure he probably called TD Jakes for some advice and some other people for some advice. That was funny. You got to admit that was funny. And then for her to come out to my, oh, she the pastor. And then y'all keep emailing me tomorrow. Well, doesn't this church already exist? And people been sending me links to another church down in Texas with the same name. I said, oh. I just thought that was hilarious. That was, to me, was funny. It was messy, but it was funny. Lex. It was messy, but it was funny. What does Gerald say? Listen here, Gerald. Everybody gonna say they was called. That's what they gonna say. They all gonna say they was called, Gerald. But were they really called, Gerald? I'm just saying. Were they really called? I don't know about all that. And I'm not willing to say that these people were called. I'm gonna be honest about it. I don't think a lot of these people were called. And I think we need to stop putting stuff on God, telling me God called you when you know darn well God didn't call you. Oh, by the way, if you do ask a question in the StreamYard now, StreamYard has a very new little icon that comes up with a question mark to let me know somebody asked a question. So I like this new little feature they got over here. Do y'all think it's a form in a way, in a way? But I feel like if you get fired from your job, if you go out and create a business of your own, are you really retaliating, or are you just going into business for yourself? Because church is a business. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know about that. I don't know about that one, Miss Lex. Listen, they're gonna do what they do. Listen here, Gerald, I'm with you with the question. I'm definitely not shooting the messenger. I just want you to know these people ain't called. You know darn well they ain't called. Everybody say they called. That's the problem. That's the problem. Now, y'all know Bishop T.D. Jakes is enthralled in this lawsuit with Dwayne Youngblood, and we can't even get to the darn case. And y'all know why we can't get to the case, right? Tyrone Blackburn's ass. Excuse my French. I'm sorry. Y'all pray for me, Saint. That dang on Tyrone Blackburn done got on my last nerve. I think him and Dr. Scrotum Sniffer need to start their own church, because let me tell you something. Them two, you want to make me mad, literally, and get me upset. Start talking to me about Dr. Scrotum Sniffer, Dr. Dingleberry over there. Mr. I'm a Grammy nominated, Stellar nominated singer. Leave him there. And every time Lord, I'm so bad. And every time he opened his mouth, it just sounds like that lady. I swear, that's where I hear about all of these people. Leave him there. That's what it sounds like. But he's Stellar nominated, and they got all of this. Okay, whatever. And from what I hear, people done downsized, fired all of their employees. That's what the word is on the street. The word on the street is folks is moved to Ghana. One of the folks done moved to Ghana. The word on the street, people have been coming to me talking about the daughters live back at home with their mama, allegedly. People going down to the bare bones and bare tax. Oh, they building a new studio. Have y'all ever asked yourself a question? Just think about this for a minute. These people made such a big deal of this big LED screen on the back of them. Y'all remember they had this big old LED screen, and they had this big old house, and they was coming down the stairs. I'm a content creator. They was, doing all of this elaborate stuff. And then all of a sudden now everybody's so hush hush. And now they got a whole new studio, and even had a garage sale talking about they was selling the stuff and selling off all the stuff in the house. You guys never think, okay, well, wait a minute. Why would somebody who's supposed to be so rich, Why would they do that? And why would you have to build out another studio if you've already built one? Right? You never give any thought to that. And why the new studios that people claiming that they building, why it look so raggedy? Why it look like you went to Party City and put all of that stuff together? Why does it look like that? I'm just saying. These are things that make me go, I don't just fall for the okie doke. I'd be like, this is weird. Y'all don't ever think any of this stuff is strange? Just a little weird to me. Just weird to me. Because from what I hear, you ain't got nothing but 3 cots and a pot. Because he ain't gonna leave his wife. Dr. Scrotum Sniffer is not gonna leave his wife. His wife go with him everywhere he go. But he keeps that bitch on the side. Y'all pray for me. Y'all know who that is if you follow this channel over here. I mean, it's just crazy to me. I'm for real. Like, but people really be falling for the okie doke and they just follow right along with it. And I'm just saying, okay, y'all can follow along with it because you think you're getting some gossip or a piece of tea or whatever you think you're getting out of the situation. But I know one thing. I know when I've been lied to, when people been over here for a whole year talking about Bishop Jakes was grooming a person and the person was going to be suing. Manasseh was on his way to suing Bishop Jakes and nothing comes out of it. And you still want me to believe, okay, you got all of this integrity. Oh, okay. All right. If you say so. I'm going to be looking at you really strange. Leave them now. That's all I'm saying. Oh, yeah, that's what I heard too, Gerald. That's what I heard. Word on the street is everybody got fired. And I can neither confirm nor deny, but that's what I heard. I heard everybody gone. And you would have to downsize. Normally, corporations and companies downsize when they're suffering financially. They do that when they ain't got no more money and they can't afford to pay the people. They got to regroup. And we got a prophet in our midst because Mary told me some stuff a couple of months ago. And she was actually right on it. You know what she told me? She said, Mary said, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, Mary. So if I don't get this right, you can come up and straighten me out. Mary said, she said, after he had that Reformation conference and he asked them people for, I don't know, was it like $2,500 a piece or something like that they were supposed to be bringing? And I'm sorry for laughing, y'all, because this stuff tickles me. And you saw them people come up and then people wasn't bringing that $2,500. And he said that they had to pay that $2,500 by August or something. Mary told me weeks and weeks before. She said, Marcellus, by September is when you're going to hear and see that the mighty has fallen. And let me just tell you, she was right on the money. Right on the money. Right on the money. Because soon as August, when they were everybody was supposed to be turning in their gifts, all them folk didn't turn in their teruma, didn't pay their tithe. Instead of turning in their teruma, they went and got them a rooma, and now somebody else is living in a rooma. A 2-bedrooma. From what I hear, you're over there in a 2-bedrooma. Oh, Lord. And so you back in that situation where you first started, when you had the bedroom became the studio and you slept in the other room and the one room became the studio. So you're right back where you started from. Oh my goodness. And this is one of the reasons why you should learn to be respectful of people, because the same people you see going up be the same people you see coming back down. Be the same people. Be the same folks. Listen here, and I was telling somebody today, Gerald. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. What did Bernard Jordan tell them over there when he was interviewed on St. James platform? Didn't he tell them people? He said he gonna have to come back this way. Y'all remember he said that? Y'all remember? He said, "Oh, he gonna eventually have to come back." Hot Tobo Shah Aruda Baduki. Isn't that what he said, Gerald? He said, "Oh, that dude gonna have to come back this way." And isn't that straight like a pimp? When a pimp has to tell his hoe sooner or later, she got to come back around this here corner. Oh, I'm gonna see this heifer. Oh, she coming back around here. She coming back around here. Uh-huh. Dr. Dingleberry got to come right on back on that way. He got to go right on back around. That's what he said. Didn't he say it? That's what he said. I heard him say it out of my own ears. Gerald, he gonna have to go. He gonna have to pass back by the great River Jordan. He gonna have to go back by that River Jordan. Yes, he is. Praise his holy name. He gonna have to call on all of them African ancestors. Everybody. Because he over there talking to dead babies and dogs and cats and everything else. Anything else that ain't alive, he over there talking to it. I'm just saying. And trying to mix Christianity with all of this foolishness. I'm just saying this is a weird time we live in, y'all. It really is. Hey, Stephanie Houston, good to see you in here. This is a weird old time we all live in. It really truly is. What's up, Mary? A 2-bedroomer. And you know what? The reason why I laugh because all these people be doing all of this fronting on the internet. And then they end up having to eat the crow. But they don't come out in the public and really tell the public the truth. They still got you thinking that they doing all of these great, wonderful things. No, you back there in that 2-bedroomer because you didn't get their tarumas. And you trying to live off of all of that taruma. Yeah, that's what you're doing. Hey, Katrina, good to see you here. And thank you for being a member, Katrina. I really appreciate it. Oh, my goodness. Down by the river. Hey, Pat, good to have you here with us as well. What Kathy say down here? Well, I know that's right. Shoot, I don't think nobody can afford Jordan anymore. Not from what we understand, right? Can't nobody afford him. Can't nobody afford him. Now, let me hit on this too, because I want to talk about this. Did y'all see Jamal Bryant go off on these people that's over here? And I know some of you folks don't want to support the Target boycott and all of this kind of stuff, but we live in an interesting time. We really do live in an interesting time. Because Jamal Bryant and some other black preachers they preached some sermons on Sunday about this Charlie Kirk situation. Now, I gave y'all my video and my commentary on Charlie Kirk, but I got some more stuff I want to talk about. And get ready, because I'm going to have another video coming up here in a couple of days. I'm just waiting till the dust settles a little bit, because I need to say some things and I need to get some things off my chest. Oh, man. Bernice King, the daughter of Dr. Martin Luther King, she made a post today and she said racism is not you having a difference of opinion. Because people are trying to gaslight us into thinking, well, Charlie Kirk was some, great individual, and they're gaslighting us. By the way, if you did not see Don Lemon this morning, I want y'all to go watch Don Lemon's program. From this morning, he interviewed the last and final black writer that was over there at the Washington Post. Her name was Karen Atiyah. I hope I said her name right. She was the last one, and they just fired her for speaking out about Charlie Kirk and telling people the truth about her. She's fired too. Don had breakfast with her this morning. He started his program off having breakfast with her. Now Jimmy Kimmel, they done fired Jimmy Kimmel, and Jimmy Kimmel didn't even say anything. I've heard Jimmy Kimmel say a whole lot worse than what he said. And for him to be fired over what he said, I'm like, wow, we live in an interesting time. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. If you all remember back in when Donald Trump first got into office, y'all remember I told y'all, I said, we are in the age or the dispensation or time frame of the liar. We are in a spiritual situation where we just got to deal with a bunch of liars. We got lying vloggers. We got the lying president. We got all of these people telling us all these lies, right? We still in this time. We're still in this time. Well, first of all, Mary, these people are millionaires. Jimmy Kimmel got some money, so he can go if he want to come on YouTube and start his own YouTube program to go live every night. He can build up his YouTube audience. I guarantee you, and folks that love Jimmy Kimmel will go over there and watch him and support him because they supporting the heck out of Don Lemon. I just want to say that. Don Lemon's channel is doing very well. Roland Martin's channel is doing really well. Yeah. Well, I thought Jesus said, by this shall all men know that you're my disciples, by the love you have one for another. Telling black women that they don't have the brain power to compete, and that if you're black and you're in a position of authority, you took some other white person's job. That's absurd and inherently racist. That has a racist undercurrent. That's what the Bible says about strife and envying. It has a racist undercurrent to it. It's the thing that you want to say, but you don't say it. And the Bible says that is wicked. Somebody said I hadn't heard. Now, Kathy, let me tell you something that I hadn't heard of. I had never heard of this gropers people. You know, these. Let me lean in. Y'all pay attention. These people done formed all kinds of groups and things that I had never heard of. I'm like, what the heck? What? Gropers? What? So I've been doing my research. That's what I've been doing. Y'all want to know what I've been doing over the last couple of days? I've been researching. Oh, we're gonna have to have us a real talk over here in a minute. What the hell? So, listen, Kathy. I told y'all I got a lot of stuff I want to talk about. Did y'all know that Charlie Kirk went to school? I think he was in college for a year. A multi-millionaire came to Charlie Kirk, gave Charlie Kirk over $4 million with that $4 million, he started Turning Point USA because a millionaire gave him $4 million to start this organization and to create a grassroots organization to go into colleges and universities to go after these young, white, impressionable people and some stupid black folk, right? Talking about you, Charlie Kirk's organization was a Christian. Guess what? Turning Point USA was a 501c3 nonprofit. You want to know how Charlie Kirk and these people became so rich and they got their money so quick? Y'all know I've been telling y'all about the housing allowance and all of this stuff with this 501c3 and how this stuff is working. Charlie Kirk with Turning Point USA is a 501c3. Shut the front door, y'all. You know what I want to do? I want to start me my own 501c3. Oh. Don't be surprised in the next year or two if I don't have a 501c3, and don't be a hater. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, don't be a hater. Oh, don't be a hater. Don't get mad if I start a political organization under the 501c3. Do not be mad. And I don't but I think but the name I want to give it is not a good name. You know, he had Turning Point USA. I want to name my organization Nigga Better Move. Nigga, you better move and do something, nigga. You want to say what now? You better move. That's what I want to name my organization. Ninja, you better move. That's what I want to name it. This is crazy. Absolute crazy. Oh my God, it's coming. Gerald, that's the sad part about it, Gerald. Oh my God, this is crazy. It's just crazy to me. It really is crazy to me. Well, listen to me. Every black preacher in America better beef up their security. Listen, Philip Lee. A lot of you guys don't know who Philip Lee is. We used to call him Brother Lee. Before the church folk revolution and everybody, went in the different directions, Brother Lee said something that sticks on my mind, and I'm trying to tell y'all is the truth. And I have seen this bear it out. Before they started doing all of these shootings in churches, Brother Lee said something beautiful, Ashes. He said, the black church is going to become the most dangerous place for black people to be sitting in a Sunday morning. That's what he said. The next thing you know, we had a whole bunch of shootings and a whole bunch of stuff going on. And I said to myself, Brother Lee was right on the money. He was right on the money. Now, the Baptist church, most of the deacons, the head deacon, they've always sort of carried a gun. Most people didn't realize that. But if you went to a Baptist church, most Baptist preachers and ministers, somebody on the staff got a gun. You can go running up in a Baptist church and think you're going to get away with that. But 9 times out of 10, you're going to get shot. Now, these Pentecostal people, they normally don't have, great security. But y'all better start making sure your pastor has some type of security. And here's the funny thing. Don Lemon, because I was worried about Don Lemon doing all of these little street interviews. I was so worried about Don Lemon. And I think I even put in the chat and sent them a message. I said, Don, you better get some security out here. Because when that white dude told Don, start going off on Don, when Don came up, just was asking him questions and being nice. And Don actually brought that dude all the way down to his knees, because that's what you can do when you're a thought leader. Don was like, oh, you're tripping. You got the one, you got the wrong one. And of course they're going to infight, because some of them want them Epstein files released and some of them don't, because we know that old orange orangutan in chief is up in them Epstein files. He's up in there. And that's why they moved Ghislaine Maxwell to that unsecured facility. Come on, y'all. Come on. Lesser secured facility, I should say. Just crazy. Man, there's all kinds of people. And y'all, listen to me. The Mary. Okay, let me tell y'all this. Nick Fuentes, I believe is the man's name. This groupers fella. Him and Charlie Kirk had been fighting for about 6 months. I didn't know anything about this. I told you I've been doing my research. He has been lighting Donald Trump and Charlie Kirk and them up. He's been talking junk for the past 6 months. The guy who's allegedly supposed to be the person that has shot this Kirk dude is supposed to be a part of that little deal. But let me share something with y'all. These text messages that they done came out with for this supposedly shooter, this seems too clean for me. This seems too clean for me. You know how when your grandmama used to bake a cake and the cake was getting done, she would go in there and she would take a toothpick and she would put the toothpick in there, and if the toothpick came out clean, she would say, okay, the cake is done. Right. Something about this dude, this supposed shooter's text messages is running me the wrong way. Who gets in a text message and just admits to everything? Yeah, I set up the gun and I put the gun behind a tree. And who texts all of that stuff like a dummy in our society today and gives up all that kind of information? Who does that? I mean, he pretty much just admitted to every single thing in all of these supposedly emails. Come on, y'all. For real. Who does that? Even on television, when the killer gives out, admits to everything on the computer and on emails and stuff, even the folks on TV be like, well, this is a little too clean. When the toothpick comes out a little too clean, it's a little concerning to me, because I might be thinking this cake gonna be dry, because you might have left it in there too long. I need for a little bit of crumb, a little bit of something to be on the toothpick. And if you was broke and poor and your mama didn't want to use all her toothpicks, what, I don't know about y'all mama. My mama used to go to the top of the broom handle and take out one of them straws from the broom handle. I swear to God, that's what they used to do. And now that I think about it, it's kind of gross to even do that. What do you think? They would take out the broom handle and stick the top part of the broom handle as if that was cleaner part of the broom and stick that in there. And if it came out clean, they tell you, oh, everything's done. Something about them text messages is rubbing me the wrong way. It's rubbing me the wrong way. He wasn't assassinated, Gerald. He was murdered. No, he wasn't assassinated. There's a difference. And I told people that all the time in my video. I don't believe he was assassinated. He was murdered. That's what he was. He was murdered. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They definitely are. Hey, Regina, I know you were live at the, well, you and me both was live at the same daggum time. When I started my live, I looked over there. I said, oh, man, this is some weird stuff going on, y'all. But I refuse to let these people make me angry. James Baldwin said to be black in America is to live in a perpetual state of anger. I'm not about to let these people are not about to drive me crazy. I mean that. And these religious people is not about to drive me crazy. All of these preachers and pastors, they're not about to drive me crazy. Tiffany Montgomery, all these so-called prophets. Do you notice they never prophesy anything significant until after the fact? Listen here, Kathy. Y'all think I'm playing? Oh, I'm founding me a 501c3. Oh, you better listen here. Oh, by shot, bullshit. I'm telling y'all, mark it down. September the 18th of 2025. I just told y'all I'm going to found me a 501c3 organization. Oh, yes, I am. I don't have nobody to give me $4.something million, but I'm sure I'm gonna found me one. Oh, you can best believe that. And it's gonna be political. I'm gonna have a whole political organization. I just need to figure out the name, because all the names that come to me, you know, I got to figure out something that's gonna get the white people to come join me too. Because I can't have a name like B Better Land the Plane. You know, I be wanting to name my stuff all them ethnic stuff. You know, B Better Land the Plane Organization Incorporated. Land this plane here so we can get some stuff accomplished. I don't know what I'm gonna call it. Listen here, Melanie. But who couldn't get a good life started for themselves if a millionaire came and bought you $4.something million? Who wouldn't go to work and who wouldn't turn that money over and continue to keep raising money? That rich billionaire dude gave that boy $4-something million. And from my research, he was trying to get into West Point. He couldn't get into West Point. And from there, they said from that point on, he kept using a black person took his spot in West Point because he wasn't good enough to get over into West Point. I mean, this is some crazy stuff. So now every black person you know is your enemy. This is crazy. This is nuts. You need to file for some government grants. And listen here, Regina, I hope you using your house over there as your parsonage. You better take full advantage of the law, Regina, because they said you have a certain dollar amount commiserate with your organization and the amount of money that you raise and what you doing with your 501c3. You better be using it as a parsonage, because I'm telling you, when I found my organization, I'm sure gonna use my house as a parsonage. It's going to be a part. I'm going to have a housing allowance, a clothing allowance, a girlfriend allowance. I'm going to have all sorts of allowances. Yes, I am. I'm going to have a girlfriend allowance. Yes, I am. Sure am. I sure am. Y'all think I'm playing. I am. Listen here. Listen, Baptist, when I was in the Baptist church, they don't play. Listen here, Baptist folk don't play that. They don't play that. That is crazy. Yeah, it is sad, but Beauty for Ashes, Philip Lee told us that years ago. He said it was going to become this dangerous. And honestly, I feel nervous about going any place in a large gathering at all, period. This is America. People are mentally disturbed. And they come into those large spaces and places just to take people out. I feel nervous. Now, of course, we don't want to live our lives like that, and I get it, but I'm a man of a certain age anyway, and I don't be wanting to be out there with all of that foolishness anyway. So, you know, yeah, it is. Let me tell you, Andrea, these people I didn't even know, because I don't be paying attention to all of this racist stuff like this. I really don't. Oh, but these people been fighting for months. So just so you know now, there are no black writers at the New York Post. None. No black writers from what I heard. Karen said today she was the last one. They fired her. So, I mean, you all, it is the blacking out of America. They're trying to erase our history. I just heard from at the African American History Museum, that famous picture that had the black man with all the whelps on his back. They removed that picture. If you all remember that photograph, they took that out away from the African American History Museum, as if that's not a part of American history. Boy, we live in some interesting times, don't we? And of course, they don't want her to talk. Of course, they do not want her to talk. Oh, give me a break. Now, let me tell you something, Stephanie, that I used to say in front of my white colleagues all the time. I used to tell my white colleagues and people all the time, I have never felt inferior to a white person, ever. And when people say, well, why not? Because I know too many stupid white folks. There are stupid people in every race, Stephanie. There's stupid black people. Y'all think every Asian on the planet is the smartest person in the world. And there's some stupid Asians. Oh, trust me. There's some stupid Asians. Trust me. Oh, trust me. When you have to work in corporate America and you work in these places and spaces, oh, you will discover all of that stuff that you thought stupid. Can y'all please hit the like button? Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. I would appreciate it. Thank y'all for hitting the like button. I appreciate it. There's too many stupid people in the world, period. And people will be so shocked. Oh, I can't believe you said that. Yes. I've never felt inferior to a white person, ever, in my whole life. I don't get intimidated, first of all, that easily, number one. And number two, my mother, the one thing I could tell you that my mother did really well to me, in my opinion, as it relates to her children, she gave us a good sense of who we were as people and built our confidence. Because I had a mother that would make us look at ourselves in the mirror and talk to ourselves and say, you know, you handsome, you look good. You know, our mother, you know, she did those types of things. So I never felt like, now you might think I'm ugly, but I ain't never felt like I'm ugly. And speaking of being ugly, did y'all hear what that Megyn Kelly, that ugly Megyn Kelly, had the nerve to say about Jamel Hill? That darn cigar vlogger be sending me way too much stuff. So Daryl sends me over a video. Did y'all see this video? I'm gonna have to find it and send it over to y'all. And I turned off the community part on we still have our Facebook, our YouTube posts, but you know, there's a community thing on YouTube, and I had turned that on, but you know, you guys weren't really engaging with it as much, so I turned it off. But Daryl sent me a thing today. That Megyn Kelly is a witch. I'll just put it that way. Now, this is the same white lady that said Santa Claus was white and black people, now Santa Claus ain't even real, but he couldn't even be black in her mind. He couldn't be a different race in her mind. Kris Kringle, of course, had to be white. A fictional, situation. He's white. I said, oh my God, Megyn Kelly is crazy. She gonna tell Jemele Hill that she needed to get some eyeliner and some makeup and some foundation because she had a face, she was ugly and all this. And Jemele Hill lit her up. But here's what they're doing now. Everybody's awfully bold with all their racism and all their hateful comments. They real bold with it now. The Fox News host the other day told the people, he said, the people should be shot and killed. Line them up and shoot them and kill, and he still got his job. Jimmy Kimmel told a joke, and it wasn't even a bad joke, wasn't even a super bad joke, and now he don't have a job. But the folks over there at Fox News still have their jobs. Isn't that crazy? And before I came live tonight, I heard that Donald Trump was telling the media that y'all can't say nothing bad about him. Can't nobody say nothing bad about him. Because this is what happens when you don't have checks and balances in power. When you have a Supreme Court that's in the back pocket of the president of the United States, and everybody is dividing themselves amongst party lines, because we're supposed to have 3 different branches of government. This is some weird stuff going on. And to be honest with you, if I would give you my honest opinion, I think we're in hell. This is hell. This is hell. Mm-hmm. Because Satan's in his house doing all of the crazy stuff. This feels like hell to me. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Stephanie, this stuff is weird, Stephanie. Kathy say, I want to be a board member. Come on over, Kathy. I'm going to found this organization. Y'all think I'm playing. Oh, I'm really serious. I want y'all to understand something. I am serious. Oh, please. You think I'm lying? I'm going to have me a whole housing allowance. I'm not playing. No, we're not living like that. Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, unfortunately. What did I tell y'all before? Didn't I tell y'all that this is going to get to an inflection point? I tell you one thing, some of these people better not go out in public, and they better not do no rallies and no huge speeches. I know that. Some of these people better stay behind some plexiglass, some protective glass. They better not do nothing in public, because this has really hit an inflection point. And it's never us. We never get no rifles and go out and lay on top of roofs and shoot people. We don't do that kind of stuff. Because with black people, it's more personal. We like to walk up on you and stab you. Look you eyeball to eyeball as we plunge the knife into your throat. And as your body loses all of its grip and you just pass out and hit the ground. Black people like personal stuff. We like to do that. We'll come right up to you and shoot you. That's the kind of stuff we like to do. We don't lay on roofs in the hot sun in Utah with a scope. It's too hot for all of that. Black people don't do that. We just don't do that. The thought of that just kills me. I got a fan going right now. I can't. It's too hot to be doing all of that kind of stuff. You think I'm gonna be laying on somebody's roof with my clothes on? And then y'all think that he's the shooter just gonna put himself in a situation where he just type out every single detail of what he has done, and then you turn around and say, "Oh, he's not cooperating, but his family and everybody else is cooperating." Huh? This a weirdo family. I sure hope that they televise this case, because I want to hear everybody come forward and say you done turned in your family member. I want to hear this. I really do. I want to hear it. I want to hear the pastor. I want to hear the daddy, the grandmama, if she lived. I want to hear everybody say, yeah, we turned him in. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear everybody say all of that, because I don't believe all of this, what's going on now. And I'm not even a conspiracy theorist person, but something in the milk ain't clean. I'm saying that right now. Something in the milk is not clean. Oh, Beautiful Ashes. You need to find that one with Jamel Hill. It's on Threads. Daryl sent it to me and it's on Threads. That's what made me go ahead and finally set up my Thread stuff because I don't even like Threads. And do you know they blocked me in Threads and said I couldn't create no account, that they had to verify who I was for 24 hours before they let me have my own account. I was like, ain't this a mess? Yeah, I'm just saying. I told you I got a lot of stuff to talk about and get off my chest. Well, listen here, Gerald. What about the other Democratic leader and her husband who was executed? Didn't nobody lower the flags at half mast for her and her husband? And then here's what they said on the right. They said, well, you guys didn't even mention her name before. No, these people mentioned her name. You guys just weren't paying attention. You weren't paying attention. And here's the other thing. I personally think the whole, Lord help me. And yes, let me just go ahead and tell you how I feel. I think the whole system is wicked and it's ungodly, and I no longer wish to participate. That's how I feel. Now I get a civic privilege of voting and I'll vote or whatever when my time comes to vote. But this whole back and forth and all of this foolishness, I hate this system. Who they designed this system to keep everybody fighting. But here's another thing that I've been sharing with people. We have a warped history of thinking about history. Some people really believe that the Pilgrims and the Indians got together on Thanksgiving, and the Pilgrims made turkeys for the Indians, and the Indians gave them some feathered hats, and they that was the first Thanksgiving, and everybody went away, happy, eating their Thanksgiving and so happy because that's the way it was presented to us. If you were black in school, the Pilgrims came with their pilgrim shoes and the big belt, the little buckles on the shoes, and they met the Indians and saw the Indians and said, "Oh, you lovely Indians, we got this turkey that we stuffed. Would you like to have some stuffed turkey, Mr. Indian man who don't speak our language? Would you want the stuffed turkey?" They done sanitize all this stuff to where we just delusional. When them people landed here in America, they started shooting and scalping, and folks started killing folks. That's what happened. That's why you don't see very many Native Americans. That's why they no longer exist. And when you do see them, I'm not lying. When I see a Native American, seriously, I'm serious. Now y'all gonna think I'm weird. When I see somebody that appears to be like totally Native American, I walk up to them and be like, let me introduce myself. And I'll ask them, are you Native American? Well, I know this might seem kind of weird, but I just wanted, because you guys are so few and far between, I just want to come over and say hello and introduce myself. I do. I know that sounds weird. Don't let me run into no Native American. I'd be like, oh my God. It's like, wow. It's like, what y'all going to find, the way that the world keeps going, you're going to have to, black men, the way that things are done is going to be few and far between. You're going to need a sperm bank in a minute. They ain't going to outlaw. Now, here's the funny thing. If you believe that life begins at, Lord have mercy, conception, only thing in a minute y'all going to have is a whole bunch of sperm banks. And y'all going to have milking machines for us brothers. We're going to be going in there, laid on out, and we just going to be milked like cows. Because I swear that's the way the world is going to. I swear it's almost like you don't want a man around. It's the weirdest thing. It's crazy. I'm just serious. Y'all, it's crazy. It's crazy. Now, let me ask you something, Faith. That guy, Jay Sekulow, who was one of Donald Trump's lawyers during his first term, didn't he work for the Southern Poverty Law Center at one particular time? I thought Jay Sekulow used to work for them. Tell me if I'm right or wrong, because that sounds familiar. But the only reason why I know that is because of Jay Sekulow, and I used to watch too much darn Christian TV and believe what they said. But you tell me if I'm right as far as that's concerned. Listen here, Stephanie. It's starting to feel like the damn tribulation. I ain't even gonna lie. And here's the funny thing. I thought I was supposed to be gone during the tribulation. Y'all trying to tell me has Jesus showed up and I don't know nothing about it? He done left me. I done been left. I ain't even supposed to be here during the tribulation. I'm supposed to be gone. I'm supposed to be out of here. The tribulation. Not me. Shoot. Something ain't right. Something is definitely not right. Yeah, it's hell on earth, all right. Exactly. And that Nancy Mays lady, let me tell you something. That Nancy Mays lady is a nut bag. Oh, she's a nut bag. Did y'all hear her go off on the Senate floor the other day? Because they asked for a moment of silence for Charlie Kirk, and the Democrats went off and was like, heck no, we ain't doing no moment of silence for him. we really, listen, let me tell you something. I would not be surprised in the next couple of days or months that there's not a video of somebody getting their tail beat on the Senate floor and having a full-on fight. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised. I mean that. Somebody gonna get their tail beat. Yeah, well, I didn't even say anything. I was just setting up the account, Sharon. And they was already like, oh, well, we got to verify you a real person and not a bot. I was like, what? I just set the damn thing up. How could... It was weird. Very weird. That's all right, Sharon, because when I get over there, once I get over there, it's going to be trouble. Uh-huh. You know that. Look, Moni says stuffed turkey with a side of smallpox. And every other disease they brought over. These are the same folks that had wooden teeth. I'm just saying, give me a break. And didn't even bathe, much like today. Some of these folks still don't bathe, sitting up here questioning on whether or not they should take a bath or not. When Jesus had the coin in his hand, he said, that's right. Exactly, Stephanie. Exactly. It's just a civic duty, responsibility, privilege that we get. That's what we get. Listen here, Regina, I used to live in the South. Somebody actually thought that I wasn't telling the truth about the Ku Klux Klan walking across the schoolyard when I was in math class. Somebody literally thought I wasn't being honest. God is my solemn witness. I lived in the South. I lived in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. They used to walk across the schoolyard, the Ku Klux Klan, and all the kids would go running to the window. Oh my God. Please, y'all don't get me started. Well, yeah, you know what? I think you're right. You know why? I think my nephew was dating a woman on a reservation at one point, Stephanie. She had too many kids, though. That's a whole nother matter, too. I was like, why you dating this woman with all these kids? But he's a nurturer. And, we raised him to know how to take care of, stuff. Well, do you know what, Opal? It's something funny that you should say that. Do you know in all those old cowboy movies that our parents used to have us watching? If you ever go back and watch some of those old cowboy movies, some of the Native Americans that they had talking about they were Indian, they was white people in them old movies. Go back and watch them. Hilarious. Hilarious. Well, thank God they own the casinos, but Donald Trump didn't even want him to do that. There's video of him out there talking about the people weren't really Indians and stuff. It's almost like these people just they whine too much. They whine too much for me. They really do. They whine too much for me. Let me see. Criminals at that. England shipped them out, and the Puritans ran after wreaking havoc on England and retribution. Oh, absolutely. Well, you guys know the city that I was born and raised in was supposedly founded by the Monrovians, which were a sect of Christian settlers. But I haven't really deep dived into that, but that's what they claim. Somebody said, we didn't know nothing about no toothpick. All we knew was broom straws. Exactly, Sharon, because that's what my mom and them used. They went over to that broom and picked that straw right up out that broom. That's what they did. Shout out to Stephanie for putting the color on it. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Did Yahweh tell Israel to have a moment of silence? No. What about King? No. Nobody's getting. Listen, you know what I think about Stephanie? The Bible says, if you read the scriptures, the Bible says, my servant Moses is dead. The very next verse says, then Joshua. He just carried right on. Because I really believe that we think about death in a way that God don't even think about death. Because everybody, as we know it as human beings, death is final. But to God, it ain't final. Because it's not final to God. It's final to everybody else. It's final to us. Because nobody comes back here in this dimension to talk to us and give us any information. But to God, it's not final. Because the Bible still talks about the ages to come. And if you look that word up, the ages to come, it's Eonian and Eonian life. But, nobody talks about that because we don't do no Bible study and don't nobody even talk about that. I'm just saying. Don't nobody talk about that. I'm just saying. Well, no, he closed his casino because he ran it bankrupt. Because every business that Donald Trump has had, for the most part, has not done very well. Because it's like a pay to play kind of thing with him. He's used to the mob. Y'all got to keep in mind that Donald Trump was raised, he was born and bred in New York City when the mob had control of everything. So the way that these people move is still sort of mobbish to me. Everybody's still moving like the mob. In my opinion. That's just my opinion. I'm just saying. Everybody's still moving like the mob. Shout out to all of you that are supporting the Mad Church Disease channel. Shout out to all of you, the subscribers, the non-subscribers. Shout out to all of you that are in the bushes. I even appreciate you guys watching. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. If you guys would be so kind as to please hit the like button, I would really appreciate it. That would help to support the platform and the program.
Mad Church Disease, a channel that's all about current events, news, and Christian drama. A channel that's dedicated to our forgotten brothers and sisters throughout the ages. Our brothers and sisters who courageously stepped outside the safe bounds of institutional Christianity to tell the truth. A channel whose goal is to help the average person understand that Jesus plus nothing is everything. So comment, subscribe, and smash the notifications button to be a part of this channel.
Shout out to all of you supporting the Mad Church Disease channel. I really love and appreciate you. And thank you so very much for supporting my platform and supporting the channel. It means the world to me that you do that. Now, Stephanie, I know you said you had a question that you were going to ask me before we get out of here. What's your question? I don't want you to forget your question. I know that it's counterintuitive, but Native American. Well, here's the thing. Steph. Okay, let me say this, Steph. I don't even like for you all to call me an African American. I'll be honest with you. I find that offensive. I really do. Because and I know y'all got all upset with what's the little girl that used to be on The View? Raven Simone. Y'all got all mad at Raven because Raven said, I don't even know what you're talking about, no African American. You call me a Black American, I'm fine with that. And I know that we weren't even called African American until Jesse Jackson decided to call us an African American. We were just Black Americans. It's kind of crazy to me. Listen, if you take me to Africa right now and drop me off, what am I gonna do? And I know that's not the proper English. What am I gonna do? I can't even go into the zoo without getting nervous. You let a giraffe or a wild boar a big old orangutan or monkey or anything come near me, which is native to a lot of these places, they're gonna be saying, "Did Marcellus pass out? Is that him on the ground? What kind of ninja is he? He done passed out." He just gave up. Marcellus just gave up. The lion showed up and Marcellus just passed out. He just passed out. What am I gonna do? I was watching a video. I told y'all this weeks ago. Didn't I tell y'all I saw a man driving in Africa and a gorilla was running on the side of his automobile in Africa? And no disrespect for the people that are, from Africa, but that's just not who we are. And that's why I don't appreciate it when people come from other places trying to tell us how we're supposed to live. No, you need to get acclimated to us and understand the struggle of the American Black. I'm not trying to understand what went on in Africa with apartheid and all of that kind of stuff. You can explain it to me when we have a discourse and dialogue, but that's not our story. We don't know none of that. I don't understand this whole, African American, and it's insulting. You don't say European, white, American, or European American. You don't say that. You don't say that to them. But you want me to call myself, okay, all right, whatever. That's why I tell every white person that I meet, and when they go, when we be in conversation African, I can say, no, you can just say black. I'm okay with black. I'm a black American. I'm okay with that. But at the end of the day, I'm an American. But you just allowed Donald Trump about a week or two ago. They signed a bill that said that he could literally deport American citizens to lands and places that they have never been. Do y'all know y'all let him do that? Look it up. And I say y'all because a lot of these people, nobody speaks up. Nobody says anything. And these legislators and all of these people, but elections have consequences. No. Lord have mercy, Jesus. It's just crazy to me. I don't know. Maybe I just need to go find somewhere else to live and be, because I know one thing. This stuff is a whole mess. This stuff is a whole mess, and you're not going to piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. I got better sense than that. Please hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Lord. It's raining over here, so my signal might be going in and out. I apologize. At the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, we have to stand for something. They didn't. I don't think they did. Yeah, that's crazy. Crazy. Oh, man, this thing keeps freezing. All right, everybody, let me get out of here because I got a storm. Let me go ahead and let y'all go. Shout out to all of you. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next couple of days. We're going to do a part 2 to our parsonage series. So y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. Support the channel. Oh, my God. This thing keeps freezing. Ugh. Oh, my Lord. This thing keep freezing. I got a storm going on. There's a storm out on the ocean, and it's moving this whole way. Jesus. Shout out to you. Thanks everyone for watching. Your support means the world to us. Please make sure that you hit the like button, and please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and make sure you hit the bell icon, and make sure you press all notifications so that way you will never miss any of the exclusive content that comes on my channel. Make sure that you never miss a video. Now, I try to go live every day about 2:30 Pacific Standard Time, which is about 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, and then I come back at night at around 8:30 Pacific Standard Time, which is about 10:30 Eastern Standard, with some more exclusive content. So if you want more Mad Church Disease show content, we'd love for you to become a member, a revolutionary member of our channel. Please make sure that you hit the join button that's right next to the subscribe button or somewhere around here so that you guys can receive access to special community posts. You guys get all of the access to my community only lives, because we've got some sipping chats that we're going to be doing, and you guys will get exclusive content. So just make sure that you head on over to the channel page, click on the join button, and make sure that you do that. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate your love and support, and I'll see you on my very next video.
We are Mad Church Disease, helping you understand that Jesus plus nothing is everything. This is a show for everyone, believers and non-believers, from churched to the unchurched. Help us grow the channel by supporting our non-profit causes and create more consistent content. Donate by Cash App or PayPal, or buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com.